Welcome to Cine here, where you come for all of your media needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy Nikki Tay.
And today we are reviewing The Hate U Give.
All eyes on me. Till the day I die, live the life of a thug. Keep getting high. Whoa. Directed by George Tillman Jr., starring Amanda Stenberg, Regina Hall, and Russell Hornsby. First and foremost, I want to say that I am so happy that this book was turned into a movie. The Hate U Give, written by Angie Thomas, and was first published in 2017. So it is a quick turnaround for this book. I think is huge for, just again, shedding light on the current situation of things, most notably police violence against minorities. I'll just say minorities because I don't want to, shut out anybody else. The movie itself, named directly after the book, focuses on Star Carter, who has to deal with kind of living a double life, right? She lives in the hood, but she goes to school at a prep school, and she has to balance these two worlds, right? But those two worlds collide when she sees her friend murdered by a cop. The story that we see on the news almost every other week, right? No surprises. But this movie, not only does it, shed light on a great subject matter, but the acting, the emotion, all of it, well done, awesome job.
I would say that the movie felt a little too real.
It was real.
Yeah, it really did feel real. It felt like a situation that you probably have dealt with ourselves. And
absolutely.
Seeing police violence and brutality against minorities, and also watching it play out on the screen. And I guess this movie let you play it out on the big screen. For the ones that don't know what people go through after they have such tragedies happen to them, they let it all play out in front of you. And I believe that everybody in this movie did a really good job of conveying that point to where you really believed it was happening.
Where he told you, Khalil, I'm not playing, go backwards. What did you do?
That's actually a good point. This movie is for those of you who don't know what it's like. And, movies do a good job of sometimes, over embellishing a situation. But this movie isn't over embellished. These are real. These things happen. Whether you say, well, I don't think it would happen like that. I know I can name personal situations where these things play out just like this. So the movie is, for all intents and purposes, as factional as it can be, although it's a fictional story. But these are facts. These are real life experiences by people every day.
And Amanda Stenberg did a really good job. She did. She really did play her part very well. And she really didn't have too many roles coming into this movie outside being Rue, shout out to Rue. But she really didn't have too many roles coming into this movie, so she really did surprise me at how well she made me believe she was going through what they had going on during the movie.
Definitely a breakout star. Excited to see more from her, especially if she continues to deliver this level of acting. Acting, looking for a good movie with great acting is so hard nowadays because everybody wants to throw CGI in your face, but the acting in this movie, it is awesome. I have to continue to say that because the emotions, even if I didn't relate to what was going on, I felt that they were living in the scenario.
Don't ever let nobody make you be quiet. I ain't named you Star by accident.
George Tillman Jr. might have another black classic on his hand. For those who don't know, he also directed a black classic by the name of Soul Food. A great movie. So if you have never checked it out, you should definitely go check that out. But I like the path that he's on. He has a lot of good things that he has directed in his past, and I just see bright things from him with him delivering such a powerful movie like this.
Absolutely. George Tillman, if Spike Lee didn't drop Black Klansman this year, I always say George Tillman could dethrone him as the premier black director, excluding Ryan Coogler because he's on a whole different level, right? Once you make a Marvel movie, you with the white guys now. You in this pantheon of actors, but George, you did a great job. Congrats to you on a great movie.
Though this movie was really good, there were small things that I gotta pick at. Just being a critique, just critiquing the movie like that's what we're supposed to do.
That's right.
If we see something we don't like, we have to mention it, as much as I like this movie. I would say that the pacing was a little bit off. At some moments it was really, really fast, and at other moments it was really, really slow. It wasn't clear and concise. It didn't have a good little, rhythm to it. Other than that, which is very minor, other than that, the movie was spectacular.
So here comes the time where I have to rate this movie. And while the movie is absolutely wonderful, not too many negatives, I do have to point out that Issa Rae is in this film. And I love Issa Rae, so no disrespect to Issa, but seeing her definitely reminded me that we were watching a movie because she didn't feel like she would be in this scenario. I didn't take her as her character, I took her as Issa Rae playing the person she was playing. But I would give this movie a 9.3. Excellently executed, wonderful emotion, gritty. It feels great to see this story being told, and again, having people reminded that this is real life. This problem still needs to be addressed. Just because you indict one cop here, one cop there, doesn't mean that it's over. The system must be fixed.
The hate that you give, the hate that we all give, it really
Preach,
does
brother.
come out in this movie.
Preach.
This movie was a little too real in the telling of what minorities have to deal with, and also some of what the officer has to deal with when a tragedy like this happens. A murder, whatever you want to call it, okay? This movie, for me, was really good. I really enjoyed pretty much everything about this movie. Issa Rae did feel a tad bit out of place. I can agree with you wholeheartedly. But even despite that, which was still minor, the movie still was excellent. I probably will have to give this movie an 8.5. This movie really did, it made me feel a certain way as I was watching it. And just like other movies in the past, we still got a lot to work towards in the future. And hopefully this movie can inspire somebody to make a difference.
That completes the review for The Hate U Give. If you don't know, The Hate U Give is basically developed off of the quote that Tupac gave, right? Where
Yep.
The hate you give little infants F's everyone, right? Because as we pour hatred into the young, that's all they know, that's all they live, and that's all they give back into the world, right? So let's fill the world with love. The love we give. How about that? Let's start giving love. And everybody that's watching, you can start giving likes, comments, and subscriptions. As always, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of our reviewing content. And don't forget, you've seen it here. Live a life of a thug. Good day I die.